daisies blooming, sundress swaying in the breeze. I can't stop staring. You've put a spell on me, and I hope that you never decide to set me free. The way you're moving, it's got me moving my own feet. The greatest feeling that I could ever dare to dream is you forever moving next to me. Let's not waste time, or take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two. The leaves ain't waiting, their colors changing like the times. And I'm taking, darling, would you be mine? And I hope you know I will love you for the rest of my life. Let's not waste time, or take this slow. You got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two. Let's not waste time, or take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down.
Meeting on Tinder doesn't give us the most traditional love story, but our journey to this point has always been filled with love. You've always made me feel loved. It's always been pretty easy to tell how you're feeling, but no matter whether you're frustrated that you skipped the gym that one time, or whether you're laughing at me for saying something silly, you're always coming from a place of love. We just make sense together, and we both knew it was never a question of if we get married, but when. Loving you in return has been the easiest thing I've ever done, and I promise to always make you feel as loved as you make me feel. I promise to occasionally go on a very low-level hike with you. I promise to give you back scratches even when I'm falling asleep. I promise to step up when you need me and to lean on you when I'm struggling. I promise to never turn down the dessert menu and to share in all of life's little joys with you. And finally, I promise that you and I will tackle life together, always.
Right. Okay. So, Nick, from that first Tinder message to a mountaintop in Sicily, it's been quite the journey, and I wouldn't change any single ridiculous moment of it. I love that you're the clumsiest person I've ever met, that you're caring, funny, and that all you want is to make the people you love happy, even if that means climbing a Mount Munro with me because you thought it would make me happy, even though you hated every soggy moment of it. I'm forever grateful you messaged me that one night, giving us a second chance that turned into the best spot of my life. I promise to be there to hold and support you on the hard days and laugh with you on the good ones. I promise to fill your water bottle without complaint, even when it's the 5th time that day, maybe the 6th. I promise to always be your teammate, your partner in crime, your calm when you need it, and your chaos when it's time to hit the dance floor again at 2 a.m. I promise to spend every day trying to be the best husband I can be for you. In all of the big ways and all of the small, through thick and thin. I love you so much, and I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together.
Nicola, Margaret Hope, do you take Matthew Daniel Brown to be your partner in life, to share in all things, and to walk beside him through all the days to come?
I do.
Good. Matthew Daniel Brown, do you take Nicola Margaret Hope to be your partner in life, to share in all things, and to walk beside her through all the days to come?
I do.
You may now exchange rings.
We need the rings first.
It's targeted. Ah, these are great rings.
No.
Okay. There you go.
As your hands are bound, so too are your lives. These cords represent your past, the choices you made to come and get here today. They represent your present, the joy you share in this moment, and they represent your future together. Love YouTube videos. There we go. That's perfect. Go on. You may now pull them together. Woo! Put it around my neck. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Matthew Brown and Nicola Hope, having pledged yourselves to one another with words, with your hands, and with your hearts today, it is my deepest honor and joy to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss each other.
It's so hard to stay on top of the world when the world keeps telling you who you should be. All these people telling you what you need. Oh, darling, only you can set your spirit free. Pay attention now, I ain't gonna stop it, stop it. Honey, everything you need is in your pocket. Darling, this is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, don't you let it go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind and open the front door. Only one thing I know is that good things happen when you lose control. A real change inside my soul. The sun is coming up, down every road. Got some loving in your heart, so baby, use it, use it. Instead of being so afraid you're gonna lose it. Darling, this is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, don't you let it go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind, open the front door. If you could let it go and let it happen, what you'll find is a little bit of magic. You gotta let it go, just let it happen. Start a cycle, a chain reaction. This is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, you can just let go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind and open the front door. This is what you've been waiting for. When it all comes in, you can let it go. Honey, this is all that you want and more. When you open your mind and open the front door. Open your mind and open the front door. Just open your mind and open the front door.
do. And if it sets you free, believe in only you. Yesterday is gone, forget about tomorrow, and the ceilings you see right through.
Hello everyone, I'm Wendy, Matt's mum. Do you want to do a speech, Mum? Yeah, why not? It's really not me to be silent for long. Tell a funny story, the internet says. Wow, plenty of choice there then. Anyone who's known Matt for even the briefest of times, I'm sure will relate to what I'm about to say. No matter what chaos is going on, Matt always emerges smelling of roses. Today is probably his best yet, as he has somehow managed to capture the heart of a beautiful rose indeed, Nicola. Matt had many hobbies, for those who don't know. He bagged many certificates and trophies in kickboxing, keyboard, horse riding and dancing, tap, modern and ballet. Dancing. Being one of few boys, he's had leading roles, including Bertie Bassett. But of course, you wouldn't be surprised to hear that he appeared on stage midway through one performance, having been too engrossed in his Game Boy to hear his call to stage. Aged 15, Matt asked to go to a party in Newark, some 30 miles away. When I said no, he asked if he could go to a school disco 3 miles away and stay with his friends 2 doors down as his parents were away. I said okay, feeling bad for him saying no to his first request. It later became apparent I'd been conned. 3 buses and a long walk had got him to a party in the middle of nowhere in Newark. There were fitting punishments. Or do I tell you of the prom transport saga, where Matt left it so late deciding how he wanted to get there. It was too late for a limo. He ended up bouncing to this glamorous occasion with 2 friends on space hoppers. No one was surprised. Indeed, at one memorable parents' evening, as you greet the teacher with, "We're Matthew Brown's parents." "Ah, Matthew, he's a lovely lad, but I'm really glad he's not my son." Somehow, university was calling. Although I was sad, I was slightly excited at the prospect of a slightly calmer existence. Getting Matt there was fun. Despite saying he was meeting mates for a couple, he polled back in the early hours, extremely worse for wear. He had a very early train the next day. Oh dear, I thought. After just a few hours sleep, I tried to get him up. I literally dragged him from his bed, put the shower on and shoved him in the bathroom. Great, that should wake him up. After half an hour, I discovered him asleep in the bathroom, shower still on. "Matt, you really need to wake up. I'll make you a coffee." I made the coffee and I discovered him back in bed, fast off. "Matt, you really need to get up or you'll miss registration." "Matt, you need to get up now." Matt, for goodness sake, do you even know where you're going today? Yes, he replied. Where then? Hogwarts. Somewhere amidst the chaos, Matt met Nick. I remember him being very excited and maybe a little besotted. Things ran smoothly for quite a while, and then a bump in the road was hit and Matt was clearly devastated. But as they say, true love always finds a way, and here we are today. Talking to the lovely Debbie recently, she said to me, "We love Matt, he hasn't got a bad bone in his body." I have to agree. He's got sneaky ones, stubborn ones, determined ones, but no bad ones. I did actually wonder if he would ever grow up. Well, we're here today, so he clearly has managed it. I always feel that marriage is not about being joined at the hip. It's about being yourself and being us. Quite clearly, Matt and Nick have found this out. It's about cherishing each other and doing everything possible to nurture happiness in your partnership. I imagine that's why Nick seems quite happy for Matt to go sleep on the top of a mountain. Or maybe it's just to preserve her own sanity. I can actually see the love shining out of these two. It shines out brightly and it makes my heart smile. And I can definitely smell the roses. Matt, I am so proud of you for every difficulty you have overcome, how hard you have worked and persevered to achieve your goals and dreams. I am so happy and grateful that you have had Nick at your side to support you and help you get where you needed to be. I am so proud of you both. What an amazing couple. And despite what your teacher said, Matt, I'm really glad you are my son. May you both have the longest, happiest life together. Please raise your glasses to the bride and groom, Matt and Nicola.
I have known Matt for a total of 26 years and have had to share a bedroom with him for the first 14 years. And one way I would describe the bedroom during this time is a floor drobe. This would consist of tripping on a lime green mankini from a bungee jump, stepping on the crunch of a week-old McDonald's meal, or falling down a hole that was burnt through by a hair straightener. To be fair, I was exaggerating a bit on the last one, but the point still stands. There was still a bit of floor gone by that hair straightener. Well, before Nick, Matt often, came to me for back scratches and back rubs. He really did. I'm not joking. Yeah, one of the things he liked me to do is just to pick little spots from. He even once got a computer virus from a dodgy website. On his personal laptop. He took it to his workplace to have it fixed. But instead of them fixing it, it infected his entire workplace. My brother has also been a surprisingly significant influence. The main one being that my lifelong interest in video games has been influenced by the countless hours watching Matt play them, whether on the computer, Wii, or the PlayStation, We even made our own dance after each game session from a game called Feet in the Street. Can you remember it?
I don't think so, mate.
All right. I am very proud of my big brother for building a good life for himself since he left the nest for Hogwarts. I mean Edinburgh. You have grown and achieved so much and have overcome many obstacles. I'm sure that your actory skills give you a very high probability that you will achieve many other goals, like a new house with a garage converted into a gym. The way I would describe the journey overall is of a cat that repeatedly falls off a tall building but remains unscathed because it always lands on its feet. As a brother, I wouldn't replace you with anyone.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Nicola, although I don't see you very often due to distance, please look after my brother.
Oh.
I know you probably will, but since you are his primary back scratcher, you have quite the job ahead of you. Let's raise our glasses and our slices of toast to Matt and Nicola for a marriage of much love and joy that will stand the test of time. Cheers.
So first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone this happy day to Wedderburn. Isn't the place fantastic? Yeah. At school, if I had to summarise, I would say that basically Nicola was good at stuff. But it wasn't just the academical stuff. She was musical. So she played the flute and the piano, and she sang, and she dabbled in the guitar and the ukulele. And what impressed Debbie and I was what she did with these skills, because every Christmas, Nicola would get her friends together and they would practice Christmas carols. After a few drinks, we might hear some. She would practice Christmas carols, and then they would go out, they would go round the doors, and they would sing in the local supermarket, and they collected each year for a different charity. And as parents, you thought, this is her doing. Over the years, Nicola collected over £4,000 for various charities, singing like that, Nicola and her group. As Nicola got older, she started going out with her friends like they do. I don't know, as parents, you feel things slipping away. She's having fun out there. However, just for various things, Nicola became what I think is called an angel. She's one of these people. Do you like that, Nicola? She's one of these people that if you're out in the town, she looks after her friends. She even looks after people who are strangers. She makes sure people get home. She makes sure people don't get harassed by the sort of people that are out there doing that sort of thing. So that's a nice thing. Nicola the angel. I believe it was summer of 2018 when Nicola and Matt first got together. As Nicola's already mentioned, that was an internet thing. And then at school, and then they got together again in a year and a bit later, 2019. One day, Nicola phoned Debbie and I, and she said, would it be all right if I picked up my walking boots? And we said, yeah, okay. So Nicola collected her walking boots, and the next thing that happened was that we found a photograph on the internet of Nicola and Matt at the top of a mountain. And all I'll say is only one of them was wearing a cagoule. So Nicola explained, she said, I forgot my cagoule, but Matt gave me his. So that's love. Now, I'm going to say a few words, sorry, very serious now, about Emily, who was Nicola's younger sister. And some of you here met Emily when she was with us. And all I'll say is today would have been Emily's 28th birthday. And Emily would have would have been very proud to have been a bridesmaid here today. And I'm sure she would have loved to have Matt as a brother-in-law. So that's someone that's in our thoughts today. Now, I've got some advice for you two, and then I'll finish with a little story. Nicola and Matt, life feels perfect. You're on top of the world today. But there will be disagreements, there will be difficulties, and during these times you have to pause, and you just have to remember what you said to each other today, because these are called vows for a reason. And if you do that, you'll be strong through the rest of your life. Now, I'll finish with a little story. Nicola was an avid reader when she was younger. She read through Enid Blyton's The Famous Five and The Secret Seven. And one night, as I was tucking her into bed, she whispered to me, she said, Dad, she said, you and me, we could be a secret society. So I said, yes. She said, we'll call ourselves the Terrific Two. Well, Nicola and Matt, it's been Nicola and me for the last 20 years. But now, you're the Terrific Two. So a hand over. So can we raise our glasses to Nicola and Matt, the Terrific Two?
While Matt heads out to climb in Rome, he's found his favourite view back home. No mountain top or sweeping view can match the sight of life with you. She's our Nando's legend, no one could deny. She's even got Barcy inked ankle high. Matt's not a fan, but what can you do? Nicola struts on, saucy through and through. Now to your Sicilian hen and nights of cheer, to cocktails, chaos and nursing gear. To every wild and perfect mess, you've shown us strength and selflessness. Then there was the boat trip, a wobbly ride. One stayed ashore, not quite revived. Free turned green, the waves unkind, while one lay flat, hat on reclined. While chaos ruled the deck that day, Nicola dove in and swam anyway. With hats on heads and heads on knees, the great Captain Vincenzo earned his fees. From saucy shifts to classroom days, you've gathered friends in different ways. And now they stand, each proud and near, to lift you up and love you here. Now there's someone missing that we all know, but her love still helps Nicola glow. In every laugh, she's standing near, so proud of you and always here. So here's to Nicola, bride so bold, with stories spicy, sweet and gold. Today is yours, you've earned each cheer, and I'm so proud to stand right here. So can we please raise our glasses to this beautiful, beautiful couple. Cheers.
Okay. Matt Brown is a fiercely loyal friend who would do anything for anyone that he loves. Nicola, if he loves you is even half as much as he loves climbing Munros, then you're in very good hands. I've only got about a minute and a half for this, I've been told, so I'm probably only got a minute left at this point. So I'm just going to share a couple of quick kind of selection of Matt Brown myths. Some are true, some are kind of overheard, some are kind of passed down through the years, but you'll get the point. One time in secondary school, for some reason he put his school dinner down on his chair, forgot it was there, and then sat in it in a mountain of kind of potato and baked beans and just, yeah. Then there was a time we went on a legendary lads' holiday to beautiful sunny Newquay, when Matt broke my arm by forcing me off a quad bike just days before I started university. I was going to study guitar as well, so I kind of needed my arm at that point. I forgot about these, but I added them a second ago. I heard that one time he fell out of a 20-foot tree on his head with no injuries, so I don't know how he's still alive.
And then I heard once through the grapevine that Matt went to a fancy dress party with a very handsome friend, dressed only in a mankini. Some say his bum was so sore from being slapped so many times that it looked as red as a tomato. The cars that Matt used to drive are nearly as iconic as the man himself. There was one car that I can only describe as a small red soapbox that was so light that we figured out we could literally just pick it up and move it a couple of car parking spaces. The Derbyshire Police Department did not appreciate the phone call from a very panicked Matt, thinking his precious soapbox had been stolen. Then there was a recent memory of our dear friends Mark and Nicole, their wedding day, where Matt forgot his shoes. But in true Matt Brown fashion, he managed to source a perfect pair of fresh leather loafers from the nearest charity shop. It's nice to see you remembered your shoes today, Matt. Finally, I recently turned 30, and my partner Emily had planned a surprise birthday party with all my friends. In a strange turn of events that could only happen to Matt Brown, just before I arrived at the venue, his right nipple decided to bleed profusely due to the incredibly tight shirts that Matt likes to wear. As I walked into the venue for what I thought was just a casual birthday drink, I saw Matt leaning across the bar, trying to get some paper towels to treat his sore, chafed nipple. It was very bizarre. Surprisingly, Nicola, you're still here after hearing all of that. So, let's raise a glass to Matt, Nicola, and Matt's massive forehead vein, which I'm sure is pulsing with joy right now.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Morag. What can I say about Matt? A best friend, a former flatmate, and without a question, the messiest, clumsiest man I've ever had the pleasure of surviving a lease with. Living with Matt was chaotic bliss. He'd come home drunk, dramatically clunking out some kind of tragical classic masterpiece on the keyboard. Think Beethoven meets broken washing machine. And completely, so he'd come home shoving a pizza in the oven and completely forgetting about it. We didn't need a smoke alarm, we had Matt. And don't get me started on the stag. Never seen anyone transform into more golem-like creature in my life. Shirtless, wide-eyed, clutching a pant like it was his precious. Chaos, beautiful, feral chaos. But beneath all the madness is someone whose heart is bigger than his washing pile. Listens without judgment, even when holding a slice of charred pizza. Loves you exactly as you are. Life with him is unpredictable, but it's also full of heart, humor, and deep loyalty. Nicola, you've married a man who will probably spill something on your sofa. I mean, I can't talk. Thanks, Niall. But he'll also love you fiercely, fully, and forever. And Matt, seeing you this happy, this loved, and still as wonderfully ridiculous, chaotic as ever, it means the world. I love you, mate. So here's to love, laughter, late night concerts, burnt pizza, and a marriage that's messy in all the best ways. Cheers to you both.
But actually, I've known Nicola for considerably longer. And yeah, without these two getting together, I might never have had the chance to meet such a great guy. And yeah, I think there's a lot of people who are here who know both of you. So on their behalf, on my behalf, thanks for getting together, I guess.
Matt is so handsome. Matt is so smart. Matt is the greatest man. I can't really read what you wrote, mate. Do you mind if I do my own speech? It's okay. Matt and I used to work together, and he was actually my first friend when I moved to Edinburgh. He's always been a bit shy, but behind that, generally kind and a thoughtful guy. In my country, I'm from Brazil, we have a saying that I learned you also have in UK, which is like when someone is so generous, we say that they would get the shirt out of their own backs and give it to you when you're in need. And I know Matt has taken the shirt out of his bags to give to people many times. Looking at the two of them now sitting there, I remember one day we were walking back from work, and he told me, I started casually dating my ex again. To which I said, there is no such thing as casually dating your ex. It's either going to end in heartbreak or marriage. So I'm glad we are here celebrating the marriage instead of a heartbreak. Today we're here to celebrate something truly special, which is the love between one of my best friends and the love of his life. So, for the last time, or there is still more speeches?
So, firstly, good evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for all being here today. I know some of you have travelled quite a distance, some from Scotland, some from England. For the non-Scots in the room, there will be a Kaylee quite soon. If you've never experienced a Kaylee before, think of it like Scottish Fight Club, but with music. So you'll be spun, flung, and body slammed into a stranger with more enthusiasm than coordination. Just hold on tight, try not to make eye contact with the Kaylee veterans, and if you get out with both ankles and a shred of dignity, consider it a win. For those who don't know, Nicola and I actually went out once before, but clearly I was just too amazing in every single way for her to handle at the time. So she decided she needed a year to mentally prepare herself. A year later, she messaged me at 3 a.m, completely sober obviously, and asked me up again. Now, as Lucas has mentioned earlier, soon after that, he said, you know you'll end up back with her again. And I, being the picture of logic and foresight, said, absolutely not. Not a chance. 100% never happening. And yet, here we are, married. So, if anyone's taking bets on my future opinions, bet against me every single time. Nicola is many things. Beautiful, kind, and hands down the funniest person that she's ever met. She says things that no normal human should ever think, let alone say out loud. I even started writing them down for entertainment. Most of them need context, but for an example, when she asked, as I was watching football highlights on the TV, if the fans switched sides at half-time with the players. But honestly, that's what I love about her. She's one of a kind, and I'm under no illusion that I'm any more normal. My friends and family can attest to that. Somehow we just fit. We're the right kind of word for each other. Our relationship also works because we've nailed the balance. I always fill up her water bottle. She cooks all the meals. I meticulously plan all of our holidays to the smallest detail. She shows up at the airport like she's won a surprise weekend away. Like, at night, she's always freezing cold, and I'm always there as her reluctant human hot water bottle while she presses her freezing feet against me like she's testing my love. Right now, before we finish our meal, get to the Kaylee, and collectively forget how our legs work, I just want to say this. Nicola, Nick, words don't exist that express just how much I love you. You make every day better, and even when you drive me insane, I wouldn't change a thing. I never really understood how someone's partner could also be their best friend until I met you. Now it makes perfect sense. You're the person I laugh with, lean on, and look forward to spending every day with. You're my best friend, my teammate, and the one person I want by my side for the rest of my life. So I hope you would all join me in raising a glass to laughter, to love, and to Nicola.
So I could just focus on talking about the most important person in my life. Fortunately, none of the McFly's boys could make it today. Maybe next Sunday. No, just joking. Matt, you've been my best friend for the entire 5 years that we've been together, the second time. And I wouldn't change a minute of it. Every single person here has been a part of our personal journeys, so you have all contributed to the people we are today. So really all of you can take credit for where this relationship is. No, but I couldn't not thank a few folk. My bridal party and best mates. I love you all. I love you all to the end of this earth, and I couldn't have done any of this without you. Wendy, Holly, Chris, Steve, and Lorraine, you've all made me feel part of your family, even from the very, very early days of the relationship. So thank you so much for that. To all of my family, some who have travelled across the world for us, thank you for helping to shape me into the person I am today. I couldn't speak about family without speaking about my sister, Emily. As my dad mentioned, today is Emily's birthday, and since she's no longer with us, I couldn't not involve her in our special day. You can all thank Emily for her favourite flowers, sunflowers, for decorating this beautiful venue, and for honestly really pressuring me into rekindling my relationship with Matt. When I talked about Matt to her, the one who got away, she told me to go and get my man. So I went and got my man. She would have loved you, Matt, and everything of it today. I grew up watching my mum and dad very much in love, which meant I grew up with the idea of love in my head, and I knew that what I wanted was what they had in my partner. And then I met you. But no, really, it fills me with so much confidence in our future family that they'll head out into this world and end up with someone who treats them as well as you treat me every single day. It's such a privilege to be loved by you and to love you. You're, simply put, my favourite thing about my life. Can everyone raise a glass to love and to Matt?
Close our eyes, the current sweeps right over us. Feel the world spin round again for only us. Hold your breath, we're diving into something bigger than